Everyone. I feel like I talk way too much, so hopefully I can keep this really brief. Not much happened anyway. I've just been dealing with stomach aches for the past few days, like ulcery pains. I take aspirin every day. It happens. It's just been quite the flare-up. It sucks. But yeah, we woke up and it's grocery day, so groceries were expected 10 to 11, and usually by around 8 or 8:30 I get an email telling me that there's substitutions, and then sometime after 10 I hear about when they're gonna deliver, but there's nothing. And then we just went downstairs, started school. He had a cheese stick so he wouldn't be too hungry waiting. And then like at 10:30 I get a message, there's been a delay. There's been times where we haven't gotten our groceries at all when they've said that, but no longer than like a minute after that, they pull up and they deliver the groceries, and I'm like, I don't even know what substituted or what's missing. You need to calm down. I'm serious about not giving you videos if you're not calm. You keep spending an hour trying to fall asleep because you're so worked up. So yeah, it was just like surprise groceries. Yeah. But the worst part is they did substitute things and I would have said no to them, and I couldn't because it wasn't until lunchtime that I got the alert that there were going to be substitutions, and when I clicked on it, it said the substitution time had passed. So there's that. Anyway, groceries were fine. I went down item by item since I didn't know. They substituted shampoo that I got Jack's for his scalp with something a little harsher, so hopefully it's fine. And they were totally out of this popcorn that I eat every night before bed, just like a little handful. It helps my stomach, absorbs the acid of my medicine and everything. So to hold me over, I had ordered like individual packs, and it did come half with the regular and half with the cheese. But I was like, the kids will eat the cheese, I can put it in the snack bowl. They substituted with 2 bags of cheese popcorn, and I can't eat the cheese popcorn. I would have said no to that too, but it is what it is. I was impressed that Sebastian's fancy Christmas tree donuts came. However, we ordered an assorted donut box, assorted cake donut box, and it was supposed to be powdered donuts, cinnamon powdered donuts, plain donuts, and glazed cake donuts. And it was just a box of glazed cake donuts, which are the ones that nobody wants. Even though the label said assorted donuts. Not so assorted. So that was our grocery order. I was about to say donut order, and basically it was like 2 boxes of donuts. But we also did have mystery green onions that I didn't order. I like green onions. But I got those put away. At that point we had finished school. Like, we finished up our craft while the groceries were sitting out there for about 10 minutes because I was like, let's just finish. And then had breakfast, I think I did some computer stuff. Yeah, my stomach's really hurting. There's not gonna be a walk. It was just hurting too much. I curled up in a little ball and I made peppermint tea, and I had 2 mugs of peppermint tea. That seemed to help. And then at lunch I just had rice and carrots, and I was good. I was very tired. Like, you feel tired when your stomach gets burning and hurting and cramping all day. So quiet time, I curled up in a little ball. Danny came and got Ziggy for a walk. He hadn't done that in a while. His knee's been bothering him. So that was great. But I just curled up and just spent quiet time curled up. Sebastian played and watched shows and did his iPad a little bit of everything. But after that, I read a little news, and then soup had been requested, soup and grilled cheese. So I made the soup, Danny made the grilled cheese. Then he wanted to show them a Christmas TV show, and then they watched Polar Express. I went downstairs for that and was crafting. I have to make little teeny tiny bows for gift boxes, and man, it just doesn't stick. I managed to get most of the loops sticking, but they have a final tiny little curl. Tape wasn't working, like double stick tape wasn't working, glue was, oh hiccups. Double stick tape wouldn't work and glue didn't work. It was fraying because there's these tiny little pieces of ribbon, so I ripped those off and I will try again. Definitely don't try to make 1 centimeter gift bows unless you really have some patience. And I kept dropping it on the floor because my hand drops everything. And that was the only part that was frustrating me. I knew going into those bows that it was going to be not so fun. At least only 2 of the boxes have bows. I'm trying to get them all over with right now. The kit is nearing completion. But I ran out of time. The package arrived that was lost briefly and had no tracking. Thank you to UPS. Again, it was a truck with 2 people, and usually they run off to separate houses, but both of them brought my one package up and grabbed their snacks, and the talkative one was like, oh, they changed it, yeah, sick. And they were so happy. His friend always gets like a Halloween candy, something small, and he always gets like the cereal bars, and he grabbed a juice I had put out because I was also expecting a FedEx from Target, and the FedEx guy, he always used to love when we'd have juice and water out, so I was like, I'll put one of our brand new pineapple juice cans out because I know FedEx is coming. But UPS beat him to it, so he did get his snacks though. It just makes me so happy to look at the camera and hear what they say. It just really warms my heart. I don't know, if you're a giver and that's like your love language, you know, it just makes me feel so good. I get so much out of it. I don't want people to tell me, I don't need them to tell me thank you, or people to say, oh, you're awesome for doing this. No, it makes me feel so good, and I want to tell people about it because it makes me feel good. You don't need to say, oh, you're great for doing that. I'll just say, yeah, I like that too, that's cool. Just love making people happy in little ways. And I hope my boys grow up knowing that. Jack certainly did, even though now he's just typical tween, and Sebastian's starting to find a joy in making pictures and crafts and handing things out to people, so I love that. Anyway, I just had Walmart's imitation Starbucks lemon loaf, so a little phlegmy from the bread, excuse that, but I guess the only thing left to say is I am so over the rainbow hair. We're going into the freckle zone where my phone cannot handle lighten up. Oh, look, there's me. It will change as soon as I do anything. It's not locked, but ooh, that's almost a little too bright. But I actually pulled out a bunch of leftover bags of this hair I used to use. Shapeshifter. It's really, really high quality. It's also 3 times more expensive than what I use now. I have to straighten what I use now because it comes as a jumbo braid, which is frizzy texture, but it is heat. That's too bright. No, that's good. It's heat safe, I guess I should say, up to a certain point. But I do need to start blending in the braids, and I was thinking I have a little bit of this, but if I chop it up into shorter pieces, it'll go a lot further, and mix that into whatever I have, and whatever I have is I've got some purples, and I do have, let me see, I think I have about 2 packs of blonde. I think altogether it might add up to 3 packs, and I think just under 3 packs is what I used to use, so I don't know. I might come up short, but I have all sorts of bits of random leftover blonde. It might end up being mostly blonde. I want it to be a light lavender. This is just to tide me over till I order something new. Let's go back out here because the lighting's just so much better. I might start right away, guys. I'm not loving it. I guess a light blonde is fine because my bangs are so light, but I wouldn't mind dyeing my hair lavender. That's why I'm trying to go for this, because the lavender washes right out and it doesn't leave me with anything. And I have so much blue in my hair. You can't really see it because it's hidden in the braids. One of these right here is where I tested straight up blue dye out of the bottle. Is it this one? Yeah. You can really see that is still really, really blue. The blue does bleach out, but I'm trying not to bleach my hair. I'm still on the fence of if I'm going to do a half bleaching on the roots very soon to have a transition to full roots, but I'm not sure yet. I don't know. If I do, I can draw the beach briefly onto some of the blue areas that are a little bad, but I don't want to damage what hair I do have when I'm trying to grow it. So yeah, I ended up talking for 10 minutes anyway, so sorry. Good night, stay safe, be kind, don't forget. Oh, slow down please, you're not supposed to be crazy. Don't wash your hands.